to be where the average man these days don't even want to work a job. You know, they taking half his check. The child at home don't get the money. The state taking all their money, and then you left with $100, $200 to feed for 2 or 3 kids. So that's what we men know. We taking up back our lives. We're addressing the issues now. It's time for us to, you know, do what we need to do to get these fathers back home. Maybe we stop some of this gun violence, you know, because the father's not there, he can't raise his kids. But if you bring a father in, he can discipline his kids. The state can't do it by itself no more.
Now, when we talk about child support, and I think a large number of members of our audience might think in terms of supporting that child for a certain amount of years and et cetera. But what's your view in terms of child support, which is to say that you are paying for your child,
yes, sir.
But at the same time there are some issues that you like to deal with.
Yes, sir. I found out just the other day. I'm advocating child support every day. I just found out the other day I was with my kid's parents, my kid's mother, 24 years, and I just found out the other day I'm $139,000 behind on child support payments. So how that system add up? I was with my kids every day of their life, all 3 of them, but I'm behind. I take care of my kids. You know, it's how the system is trying to portray us as not doing, but because we're not paying the system. But we keep paying the system, we can't feed the child. We got to have something for a man to live.
And so are you still with your wife?
No, sir.
But you're still paying to support your children
every day.
And you feel that they're taking more money out of whatever salary you have.
Yes, sir.
And some of that money does not go to the child.
None of the money go back.
But the money, for the most part, goes to the state.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about that, Mr. Watkins?
I mean, it is true, as you just asked me about going towards child. It's true. I've had the mother me called me and asked me, well, when is your job going to send the money? I said, what do you mean? It's coming out of my check. Well, they send it when they want to send it. And it causes conflict within the household. I've lost a house. I lost my family. I've lost cars. I've lost jobs and everything. I've lost my freedom over child support. And, you know, it took a real big toll on me mentally and emotionally because, you know, I desire to be home with my kids. My kids are my everything. And to take me out of my home because I fell behind on a bill, you know, that's like, come on, man, you're not just taking me out of home.
What do you mean when you say to take you out of your home? How does that?
When you take a person out of home, when you take a person's job from them, what is that man gonna do? He's gonna wind up trying to figure out a way to go out here and get some money. Right. Because if you love your kids, you're gonna revert to anything in the means necessary to get the money to feed your kids or do what you can do. So yes, I've made some choices in life to where I started going towards the street life. Because of why? Because every time I turned around, I was getting harassed. I was getting harassed by the judges to the point to where they was like, well, this is the state law. So is it state law? Then okay, if I can't make this money, you taking all the money, my kids not getting paid, my lights getting cut off, this is happening. Well, I got to hear them go out here and find another way to get this money because not only am I hearing from you all, but I'm also hearing it from her. You know, and when all that comes into play, it pushes a man outside that household to where he's looking to where, like, man, what am I gonna do? So when we sit up here and we look at these other young men out here on these streets and they trying to do different things, you know, when I talk, when the first thing come out of their mouth, man, I gotta feed my kids, man. And you know, it's like, that's where that destruction come in. So me and PHawkins, we have been through it and we have fought through many things to try to maintain a fatherly relationship with our kids and everything, which we still do. Just because they took us out the home don't mean we still ain't in our kids' lives. But we still try to you know, educate the younger men, the future and everything to, hey, we're gonna try to get some help because I know where you've been, I know where you're going and stuff.
So, Phil, when you think in terms of child support in Tennessee, what would you consider to be the most destructive thing that the state of Tennessee is doing in order to either help you or prevent you from really supporting your children?
I mean, the first thing they're doing, they need to let the dads or father be a father. The state cannot raise or come in a household and raise kids. And that's what they're doing. They make sure the father's not there by leading the mother wrong. Make sure the father not there. So there you go. You got a son and daughter just being raised by the system. And we already know that's going to lead to a broken cycle. So we out here now trying to bring that cycle to fix the broken cycle. You know, to get this right, bring the fathers back in the home, take care of the kids, take care of their families. It's just a man-up process. You know, we need help with it.
And so if the state is paying that household child support, the father cannot be in the household. Is that what we're saying?
That's right.
And so which means that I think, as you were indicating, Mr. Watkins, that sort of pushes you out into the street.
Yeah,
you see, in order for her to receive.
A man is going to try to figure out some way to not only that you push that man outside that household, but he also got to go find a house to where he got to stay now.
Right.
So that's another bill. That's another situation where he got to, like, okay, he got to go and try to wind up in a shelter. You're going to wind up in a hotel. You're going to wind up in a friend's house. You bouncing around in different places, trying to live and trying to provide and stuff. It takes away your self-esteem.
Downhill spiral.
Yeah, and that's what we call destruction. So it's when you know, it does a lot of good, but then also it does a lot of harm too. Because when you take that man out of that household, then you got these young boys running around here, and then you telling me I can't discipline my child. Then you go to school, you get in trouble, you get secret indictments out on you because of you discipline your child because your child said it. Well, the man in the household doing something wrong, so let's get him out of here. No, not every man is doing something destructive to tear his child down.
So there is, over the last 22 seconds we have in this segment, there is no father in a household where there is child support.
Right.
Okay.
And the ones there, the state still want their money too.
Yeah.
So no way about
it. That creates a real problem. And of course what we'll do, we'll take this second commercial break and we'll be back with our audience following this very, very short commercial break. Whatever you want to say in reference to it, because I mean, a lot of folks don't seem to understand this. I mean, when we say that he has to pay child support, we only think in terms of